YouTube, what's up? Normally I come to you with bodybuilding updates, but tomorrow I head to Bangkok, Thailand for a softball tournament, and I post videos sometimes with various highlights and batting practice, but enough people have asked me over the last couple of years how I got into being an international softball player and how it all comes to be, that I figured I'd make a little video just to show you what it's like. And given the fact that I'm an aspiring bodybuilder, I have to take a few extra steps to make sure that I maintain my muscle, maintain flexibility, prevent injury, stay hydrated, all that stuff. We lived in Singapore prior to Johannesburg, and that's where I got involved with the international softball group. There are teams in all the countries around the region, typically smaller, 8 to 12 team tournaments. And then in November, everyone descends upon Thailand in Bangkok to play in the Asia Cup, and that's what we're heading for this weekend. So there will be 30 to 35 teams typically, and the competition level is primo at the top, and then all the way down to just rec league teams that play on the weekends in their respective countries. But the high-level teams are really good. It brings out some professional softball players, so it's quite a spectacle to watch sometimes. And as an aspiring bodybuilder, I've noticed that my sweating has gotten much worse throughout this year. I've played in 3 prior tournaments. I was in Indonesia, the Philippines, Vietnam. So Vietnam was the last one in September, and I could not keep hydrated. It was ridiculous. I was pouring sweat the whole time. My power and speed and just overall coordination tapered off at the end of the days because I just had no fluids left in my body. I was chugging water, electrolytes, salting my food. It was just a losing battle the entire time. So this time I'm coming a little bit more prepared, bringing my own pink salt because I can never find anything but normal table salt, and I think the Himalayan pink salt helps me retain water a little bit better. I also found a new supplement, a creatine supplement called Creatine Hydrator, and it's got electrolytes in it. The creatine itself will help your muscles hold on to water. So I'm hoping with the added tools that we can win the hydration battle this time, because it'd be really nice to stay hydrated and not cramp throughout the end of the day. But here, I'll show you some of what I'm traveling with. I've got my multivitamin, the pink salt, that's a dissolvable magnesium tablet. I've got my branched chain amino acids. I've got a blend of whey and casein protein. That's the creatine hydrator I just spoke about. And then I've got some quick whey protein packets just so I can make a protein shake between games at the field. I'm bringing the GoPro this time so I can hopefully get some cool exclusive footage of the games and maybe some interviews with some pros or all-stars. We'll see. But just simply a backpack with, I got my protein shaker. I've got my water bottle. I literally make protein shakes on the plane. I've got some protein bars in that backpack. And my rollerboard, this will be a checked bag, but it's got my bats. I've got the roller, which is super important to get my back loose between games. Also super important is the Tupperware. I will be meal prepping chicken and rice at the fields. Also, I've got a band for staying limber, stretching, being mobile. Helps me with my arm and lower back. I always travel with my glove in my rollerboard because for whatever reason, Singapore Airlines likes to lose my bag only when I fly to Thailand. I've flown this airline dozens of times in my life since we lived there and never lost my bag. But the last 2 years in a row, going to Bangkok for whatever reason, my bat bag didn't make it until later in the evening. Luckily it showed up and everything was all good, but I have to carry the glove with me because if that thing just gets lost, I'd be in big trouble. I can manage everything else, but otherwise, yeah, I am flying out tomorrow, and we will be playing bright and early Friday morning. BP on Thursday, and yeah, I'll show you updates and footage from that whole process. So I guess the only thing left to do is let's go to the airport and go fly. Not all lounges are created equal. Takeaway sandwiches, chicken Caesar. It's good for adding protein on a flight where you may or may not get fed a lot. This flight is about to be 10 hours, so in addition to the meals they serve, I've got my 2 takeaway sandwiches, I've got my bottle of essential amino acids, and then I've got my water here so I can make my protein shake in the shaker that's in that bag. So that should hold me over for the next 10 or 11 hours. All right, let's head to our gate. You can get good options for food in Changi, Singapore, but the best option, let me show you, 7-Eleven. Let me show you, it's like meal prep, chicken and rice. 10 hours, get a little fruit parfait. So I just got off a 10-hour flight where I ate a ton of food. Had a protein shake, protein bar, 4 sandwiches, 2 meals, some snacks. Now I've got this chicken and rice and a parfait. So packing in the calories for this 2-hour layover. Then I've got a 2-hour flight to Bangkok and about an hour drive to my hotel. And then we'll get settled in and start our trip for real. So kill a little bit of time here, and we'll be on our way. Well, we made it to Bangkok, and for the first time in 3 years, so did my bag. All of us made it. When I say I have to take hydration seriously in Southeast Asia, this is what I mean. Creatine hydrator, branched chain amino acids with pre-workout. I've got whey protein, magnesium, salt, and then just a multivitamin. But this is before I start any game in the morning. I'm gonna try and drink a lot of this. Day 1, game 1.
There it is! Brandon!
Our first game of double elimination. It's in the stadium. We're about to throw out the first pitch. So our team made it to Sunday, the King's Cup Championship Day, and we're playing in the stadium all day. If we win, we keep playing. If we lose, we go home. So the plan is keep winning. Pretty decent. I only had to play 5 games this weekend because our team didn't do too great. But the silver lining is I get to get in the gym sooner. So I'm getting a quick flush in. I fly out a little bit later today. Got about 5 hours still. And just like that, we're back at Bangkok Airport, getting ready to start the long journey back home to South Africa. It's been fun. Here we go. After a long flight, legs up, massage gun, doing a little leg recovery because these quads are screaming. But hey, we'll get right back at it. I'm gonna head to the gym probably in about 4 hours, meet up with my coach. Since I flushed the system yesterday, I should be good to get back into it decently hard. And my ride.